Welcome back everyone to the final season of F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. It's been a while and that's because I wanted to time the start of this series, the My Team series, with the start of the next Driver Career Mode season. Things will get interesting in the driver career mode part of things, so please be on the lookout for the next video coming out tomorrow of driver career mode to see what happens there. But for my team, I am going to make a couple adjustments and you guys will learn about it here. First off, we need to look at our teammate, and I think for the final season I want to go for a very hot prospect on the F1 grid, and I think a lot of us know who that is, mainly because of his performances in real life. And yes, that is Charles Leclerc. I want to switch up the field a bit. You know, the series has been very stale with all the driver market activity. Like, no one really moves, no one really retires. Hamilton's still driving, Raikkonen's still driving, a bunch of other people are still driving. Like, you can tell, Sainz is probably old, Sergio Perez is very old now, Verstappen is probably very old, and no one has really retired. But I'm going to switch things up by taking a Ferrari driver of Charles Leclerc away from Ferrari and give him an actual good car. The Ferrari, of course, in this game isn't the greatest car on the grid, maxed out, so we are going to begin negotiations and give him the best car on the grid. Yeah, like there was no fighting at all because I have too big of a budget, and taking Charles Leclerc from Ferrari was an easy job. So job done. We've signed Charles Leclerc. He's a Suh Elite Racing driver now for the next season. You'll love to see it. And we complete the season. This is how the season ends. Of course, Charles Leclerc was not our teammate. He was actually Lando Norris, but we'll take Charles Leclerc in the imaging here. Level 31 acclaim for the team, 24 for myself, 25 for Charles Leclerc. Got a lot of money coming in with P1 finish in the constructors and our primary sponsor goal being kept. And then we have 350 million or so in the bank. We won the Drivers' Championship, Constructors' Championship as well for Season 9. And it's good to see us so high on the table. So let's continue and enter a new season, the final season of my team. So what I want to do this season is to actually do 10 races. The final season of my team is going to include 10 of my favorite tracks. I think we've narrowed down the 10 races that I really enjoy on this circuit. First off, we're going to start in Bahrain. Bahrain is a classic start of the season circuit, so we'll take that and continue with it for the one last time. Monaco, very solid circuit, very interesting one, I think. Very tight corners, a lot of tight corners to make it interesting, so I want to race there one more time. Azerbaijan, Canada, France, and Austria, so this is a five-way header in the calendar here, so we're going to be quite busy during that session. Then we're going to jump to the Netherlands, a very solid circuit for us as well. I really enjoy the Netherlands. And then Monza, with Singapore and Saudi Arabia finishing the season for us. So these 10 circuits are the places we're going to race around, and I really do enjoy these circuits, so hoping for a stunning race season. So looking into team details, let me quickly see. I mean, I don't want to switch sponsors. Let's take a look at the engine. Seems like the Renault engine is the best one, so I guess for the last season we'll be running Renault. So for the final season as well, we're going to stick with number 1 as a driver number, just like Max Verstappen does, and we're ready to reveal the car. Now we're here to the car reveal moment. I'm actually quite excited to show you guys the final livery, the very last livery that I will be making for this game and for this series. So without further ado, I present to you the car for Season 10. And just like that, we have returned to our original icy blue color for Suh Elite Racing. Like, this livery absolutely looks stunning, I would say. Yeah, I kind of didn't have any ideas of what I should do for the final season 10 car, but thinking back at it, I thought, why not go to our roots as Suh Elite Racing, and that is the icy blue that we started off with, and the white and black kind of shady color. So yeah, that is exactly what we did. We've also paid a little homage to our Milka livery that we had a couple seasons ago. Starting off from the nose of the car, of course, we chose the Renault engine for the final season. We're actually going to experience one of the unique sounding engines of the game, so I'm actually quite happy that we have the Renault engine in the back of our car. At the front, we've got, of course, Giorgio Armani, mainly because Giorgio Armani, Richard Mille are two big companies that sponsor Charles Leclerc. So that is why I brought them on. On the end plates of the front wing, we've got Castrol, the official fuel sponsor of Suh Elite Racing. Of course, this is all make-believe, just letting you guys know, in case I'm not sponsored by these guys. Pirelli, of course, is obviously a sponsor of Formula One, so we must add them. And you guys may have heard on the recent paddock rumors, so to say, that the Porsche and Audi are interested in joining F1. Actually, I think they did sign a deal to join F1 to build a team and make it 22 drivers on the field. But of course, they're not going to jump straight in. They wanted the expertise of Suh Elite Racing, so they have decided to sponsor us a little, and that is why on the side of the car you see scratch marks with Audi Sport and Porsche in the background, because these two teams are going to actually take over the reins of Suh Elite Racing after season 10. They are going to pick up what we leave behind, a championship winning car, and maybe they'll pull a Ross Brawn kind of deal, Brawn GP, winning in their first season or so. I don't know. Yes, they have officially gotten on board with us and are exploring what they could do in an F1 team. We've also got Richard Mille on the side. Of course, I mentioned earlier that Charles Leclerc is sponsored by them. We've got Dyson and Nespresso as other sponsors of the car, and of course we will continue to support TeamSeas, the initiative by Mr. Beast to clean the oceans. A lot of good progress is being done if you go on their website, so I'm actually quite excited to see how much further they will go. And of course, I'll leave a link in the description and comments to TeamSeas so that you guys can learn more about it and maybe even make a donation if you like. I also added a small decal on the mirrors, the Suh Elite Racing logo on each side of the mirror. Not quite sure if it'll show up when we race because it's not really lined up. I just want to put something there, so I decided to add that. Official sportswear, Adidas continues to sponsor us, and that is it pretty much. The rest of the decal is, as mentioned, Audi Sport and Porsche as they try to join the paddock. On the halo as well, I added season 10 on the halo to mention the 10 seasons we played of my team, and Giorgio Armani, of course, on the halo as well to round out the sponsors. And that is it of the car, and I want to show you guys also the race suit for this season. We've gone back to our Milka times. I got the Milka purple going for the uniform itself. I think it was one of the more unique racing liveries we've had, so I wanted to pay homage to it. We've got Suh Elite Racing straight down the left hand side of the suit with SER, the initials of Suh Elite Racing, on the chest area. Nespresso, of course, our main sponsor, and my socials right there. Follow me there, of course, Twitter and Twitch. Gloves as well, Suh Elite Racing, no real big sponsor on there, but Richard Mille and Dyson on the fingers. I like to add like decals on the fingers a bit because that looks a little unique, you know. And then on the arms, we've got Pirelli, Dyson, TeamSeas, and Richard Mille, of course. And that is all, I think, on the race suit. And I also added a unique hat. It was a bit difficult to get that hat in order. Like, it has the logo on the left-hand side of the dude, and then the two color stripes, the unique Suh Elite Racing colors on the hat as well. So yeah, I'm quite proud of how this turned out. Really glad. And oh yeah, you guys also asked how I make these. Well, I'll be showing you guys right now, or maybe I did show you guys how I made it. I'll show you guys footage of how my liveries look and all the details look. It takes a lot of effort. I'm not gonna lie, it takes a lot of effort to get that done. You gotta go on Photoshop and twiddle with every little bit and piece, and all the sponsor logos and stuff you gotta try and match. It takes quite a bit of finesse and skill to do it. But hey, I knew nothing about it at the start of when I started making these custom liveries, and I just picked up on it. I really love Photoshop. I love working on like graphics and stuff, so I just played around with what I had, tried to mess around with colors and stuff, and that's how I came up with all of these different liveries. And also what I do is take inspiration from real cars. Like F1 throughout the years have had unique liveries, various historic and also modern liveries, so I tried to take bits and pieces from them, like different textures and different like models and stuff. So I try to incorporate it all into a nice looking livery. Let me know what you guys think, of course, down below as well. And regarding sponsors, I try to look around billboards whenever I walk around, or maybe when I look at YouTube videos, what ads pop up. I just choose whatever company pops up, and maybe does that fit the rhetoric of Suhonyt Racing, and does that kind of fit our car? That's what I go for. So yeah, that is how I make the liveries. All right, before we continue, of course, we need to take a look at the market and see what big changes have occurred on the paddock. Ticktum and Isla still at Alfa Romeo. Of course, that was expected. Russell and Latifi still at AlphaTauri together. Stroll and Ocon still at Alpine. Lundgaard and Schwartzman still at Aston Martin. With Norris and Sainz, the two are back to being teammates at Ferrari. Interesting choice. It was just pretty much a driver swap between myself and Ferrari, so it's really boring. I really hate that this game has such boring like driver market activity. Mazepin, Aiken still at Haas, Gasly and Raikkonen still in McLaren, and Lewis Hamilton and Giovinazzi still at Mercedes, and Verstappen and Perez still at Red Bull, with Leclerc at Suhonyt Racing, of course, and Zhou and Matsushita still at Williams. So no real big change, only Leclerc and Norris swapping positions, and yeah, that's very boring. Come on. Can we please have some exciting driver market movements in the next game, please? I would appreciate it. And just like that, we are arriving at race day, and what you know, this video is up at an earlier time than usual, and that's because the Bahrain Grand Prix is going to be the next video going up on the same day. So today you guys are getting the preseason of season 10 as the 2 p.m. upload, and now you're getting the actual race itself for the 7 p.m. GMT upload. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys think of the season so far, and what you guys will think happen during season 10 of my team. I'll be excited to see your predictions. And will Charles Leclerc really put me to the test and really push for the championship this time around? Well, that is all. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification button as well, so you're notified as soon as I upload next. We're going to play through season 10, and it's not going to be a daily upload, by the way. It's going to be a little more different. Like, we're only doing 10 races, so I'm going to put a lot of driver career mode videos in between each my team upload until we reach F1 22 time. So hope you guys are ready for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy. See you guys at the next Grand Prix.